Wait, what? Remy Ma is legally married to DJ Envy? The same Remy who's been tied to Papoose for over a decade? The same Envy who's still crying about cheating scandals on The Breakfast Club? According to recently uncovered legal filings and one suspicious Las Vegas wedding license from 2014, Remy Ma has allegedly been secretly married to DJ Envy for nearly 10 years, and nobody knew. Not the fans. Not Papoose. Not Envy's actual wife. Not even Charlemagne, and he knows everything. But now it's out, and the documents don't lie. Marriage certificates. Matching tax filings. One weirdly specific prenup that literally says no rap beef allowed. The receipts are stacking up, and suddenly, Remy's entire loyalty persona is starting to look like one big front. Was this a paperwork mix-up? A drunken Vegas mistake? Or a long-running secret that's about to destroy multiple marriages, careers, and reputations? Because if this is true, Remy Ma hasn't just been hiding a marriage, she's been living a double life. And now, the truth is out. How did everyone miss this? Apparently, while the world was busy praising Remy for her loyalty to Papoose, for being the face of black love, for being the ride or die that waited 6 years through prison walls and label drama, she was out here secretly, legally married to DJ Envy. Yes, DJ Envy. The same man who once cried on The Breakfast Club over cheating on his wife. The same man who hosted marriage seminars with his actual, publicly known wife, Gia. Turns out, behind the scenes, he was allegedly married to Remy Ma. And not spiritually, not casually, legally. This isn't a rumor. This isn't fanfiction. This is straight from the Clark County Recorder's Office in Las Vegas, where a 2014 marriage certificate, registered under the names Reminisce Mackey and Gia Casey, was just leaked online. And the internet completely lost it. Because here's the real kicker. The date on the certificate? 2 weeks before Remy Ma was officially released from prison. Let that marinate. This wasn't just some oops, we got drunk and did it type of thing. This was planned. Secret. Strategic. And, up until now, perfectly hidden. So, how did it all come out? Blame a very messy hacker. Earlier this week, a hacker group calling themselves Taystone's Revenge leaked a folder labeled Industry Lies, Volume 1. Inside were dozens of sealed documents, shady tax filings, hidden NDAs, private contracts. But one file stood out above the rest. Remy Envy Marriage UN 2014 UNOR Certified PDF. Nobody could believe it at first. Folks said it had to be fake. But then TMZ got involved. They reached out to Clark County's Vital Records Department, who, on the record, confirmed the document was real, authentic, and legally binding. In other words, Remy Ma and DJ Envy are legally married, and have been for nearly a decade. What does this mean? For starters, everything we thought we knew about Remy Ma, DJ Envy, and even Papoose was a lie. Let's talk about Papoose for a second. This is a man who has built his entire identity around being the devoted, patient, stand-by-my-woman type of guy. He wrote verses about waiting for Remy, defending her name, raising their blended family. He even cried on love and hip-hop during their vow renewal. But now, turns out those vows were invalid, because Remy was already legally married to someone else. And how did Papoose find out? According to one anonymous insider, he found out the same time we did, when the documents leaked. That same day, he allegedly stormed out of a studio session in Queens, smashed his phone against the wall, and hasn't been seen since. A family friend told an online outlet. He thought he was her only one. Turns out, he was just the storyline. Meanwhile, DJ Envy? Silent. No Instagram posts. No radio commentary. Nothing. Even Charlemagne mentioned it on air, saying, "Envy been real quiet today. Usually he's crying or defending something. But now? Nothing." That's how you know it's real. But wait, it gets wilder. Because this wasn't just a marriage certificate. It came with a prenup. Yes, an actual, signed, legally binding prenup agreement attached to the certificate, marked confidential, and dated just 3 days after the alleged wedding. The wedding and the insane prenup terms. The prenup reportedly includes the following clauses. No public acknowledgement of the marriage unless mutually agreed upon in writing. All romantic affiliations outside of the marriage shall be kept private and undisclosed. Neither party shall engage in diss tracks, interviews, or podcasts referencing the other. In the event of infidelity scandals, both parties agree to maintain public silence. Bruh, they were planning to stay quiet even if they got caught cheating. According to one legal expert interviewed by The Source, this is one of the most bizarre and airtight celebrity prenups ever seen. It's almost like the whole thing was designed to stay hidden forever. But now that it's public, everything's falling apart. The fallout. Remy's team has gone into full panic mode, removing mentions of her marriage to Papoose from past bios, quietly scrubbing family photos, even allegedly reaching out to Google to de-index certain search results. But the internet never forgets. Receipts are everywhere. Reddit threads are dissecting every old post, every cryptic lyric, every awkward Breakfast Club moment where Envy looked extra tense anytime Remy Ma's name was mentioned. One fan even dug up a clip from 2016 where Envy stutters during a live interview when someone asked him, "Would you ever date a rapper?" Back then, it didn't mean anything. Now, it means everything. Even Gia, Envy's public wife, is said to be furious. She posted a now-deleted Instagram story of a wedding ring submerged in a glass of Hennessy with the caption, "Till death do us part, huh?" And the comment section? Relentless. Fans are demanding answers, demanding apologies. Some are even accusing Remy Ma of playing two families for years, allegedly living a dual life. One with Papoose in New York, another with Envy in Atlanta during Power 105 syndication trips. The whole thing reads like a Netflix series. But this ain't fiction. The marriage was real. The paperwork is real. The silence from both camps? Deafening. And now, according to insiders, a lawsuit might be coming. The legal mess. Multiple entertainment law experts have come forward saying, Remy's secret marriage to Envy could nullify her vow renewal with Papoose. She could face bigamy claims. Yep, that's a crime. It could affect financial contracts, including any deal she signed as Remy Mackey, a name that technically shouldn't exist under a hidden marriage. And that's not even the wildest part. Because allegedly, this wasn't an accident. The real reason behind the secret marriage. According to one ex-staff member, who's now doing shady YouTube podcast interviews, this whole arrangement may have been intentional from the start. What started as a strange legal leak has officially turned into a full-blown celebrity disaster. But insiders claim this wasn't a wild misunderstanding. This wasn't a paperwork error. This was a deal, a strategy, a play. A former assistant, who claims to have worked with Remy during the early 2010s, is now making waves on the underground podcast circuit, spilling what she calls the real reason behind the secret marriage. Her words: Remy didn't trust the industry. She didn't trust being loyal to one man. So she picked two, one for the streets and one for the paperwork. According to her, the marriage to DJ Envy was less about love and more about insurance, financial access, career leverage, a safety net if her rap comeback didn't take off the way it was supposed to. And DJ Envy? He allegedly agreed in exchange for a long-term silence clause, some undisclosed backing in business, and as one blogger put it, protection from the real bombshell. But here's the real shocker. An insider claims DJ Envy paid Remy Ma hush money every year, like a subscription service, to the tune of $75,000 per year, wired discreetly through a shell company registered in the British Virgin Islands. That wire trail hasn't been confirmed yet, but let's be real. When fans heard that number, they didn't ask for proof. They just started digging. And what they found? Old photos, event timelines, travel logs. Fans uncovered multiple instances where Remy Ma and DJ Envy were in the same city on the same weekend, but never posted pictures together. Coincidence? Maybe. But when the evidence stacks that high, it starts to smell like planning. Even Charlemagne, who initially stayed quiet, finally cracked on air. He didn't name names. He didn't confirm anything. But he did say this. Let me just say this, some people been playing marriage like Monopoly. But eventually, You land on the wrong square and the board flips. Yeah, that's not a joke. That's a warning shot. The fallout. Remy Ma's team is scrambling. Bio scrubbed. Mentions of Papoose? Gone. Family photos deleted. Quietly removed from old posts. Google search results? Allegedly being de-indexed. But the internet never forgets. Receipts are everywhere. Reddit threads are dissecting every old post, every cryptic lyric, every awkward Breakfast Club moment where DJ Envy looked extra tense whenever Remy's name was mentioned. One fan even dug up a 2016 interview where Envy stuttered when asked, "Would you ever date a rapper?" Back then, it was nothing. Now, it's everything. Even Gia, Envy's public wife, is furious. She posted a now-deleted Instagram story of a wedding ring submerged in a glass of Hennessy with the caption, "Till death do us part, huh?" And her joint podcast with Envy suddenly stopped uploading new episodes. A source close to the family says she's seriously reevaluating everything. Translation? She's done. And if this does go legal, Remy Ma could be facing bigamy charges. Yep, that's illegal. Contract fraud. Potential tax evasion. One Reddit thread with over 30,000 upvotes claims to have tracked at least 6 years' worth of mysterious payments labeled consulting fees from Envy's companies. All going to RM. Is it Remy Ma? No one knows for sure, but the timeline fits. And now the fans are turning. What was once admiration for Remy Ma's loyalty, her bars, her grind, is now being replaced by confusion, disappointment, and straight-up rage. One fan tweeted, "I grew up thinking Remy Ma was the definition of solid. But now, she's been playing the whole culture." Another posted, "DJ Envy out here married to 2 women and still losing arguments every week. Tragic." And the memes? Relentless. One shows Remy, Envy, and Papoose on the cover of Three's Company. Another has a family tree with Papoose and Envy both listed under Remy's husbands, and Charlemagne labeled the only one who knew. The second marriage certificate. And just when the internet thought it couldn't get any worse, it did. A second marriage certificate just surfaced. Dated 2020. Different state. Same names. If that document is real, and insiders say it is, then Remy Ma and DJ Envy renewed their vows in a private ceremony during lockdown. No guests. No family. Just a pastor, a prenup update, and one very suspicious notary. Which means they didn't just stay legally married. They doubled down. The bigger picture. So, where does this leave us? Remy Ma is now facing questions that go way beyond her music. DJ Envy is living in a silent panic. Papoose? Gone. Nowhere to be found. And fans? Wondering who else is faking it for the cameras. Because if this secret stayed buried for 10 years, what else don't we know? Who's married to who? Who's been lying about their relationships? Who's legally tied to someone they pretend not to know? This scandal doesn't feel like the end. It feels like the beginning of a much bigger unraveling. And you better believe the industry is shaking. Because the paperwork never lies. But people? Oh, they lie for decades. And now, it's all coming out. One secret at a time. One marriage at a time. One scandal at a time. And Remy Ma? She might have just lost everything. The final questions. Now, we have to ask. Was Remy Ma really building a legacy? Or just stacking lies on top of contracts, careers, and marriages? Did DJ Envy knowingly participate in this secret double life? Or was he trapped in something deeper than we'll ever understand? And what about Papoose? Did he really not know for a whole decade? Or has he been silently waiting for this entire thing to crash and burn while he walks away clean? Because let's be honest, this changes everything. Every red carpet, every interview, every Black Love quote. It all feels like theater. A show, carefully staged, while the truth sat in a Las Vegas courthouse file cabinet for a decade. So, is this the end of Remy Ma's legacy? Will she finally break her silence? Will DJ Envy admit the truth? Or will Charlemagne have to do it for him on air? And what happens if more names show up in that Industry Lies folder? What if? Remy Ma wasn't the only one living two lives. We want to hear from you. Speech Balloon, was this strategic or straight up sinister? Fire, should Remy be forgiven? Or is this betrayal too deep? Collision, smash that like button. Bell, hit subscribe. Loudspeaker, turn on notifications. Because if this was the first scandal to leak, just imagine what's next. This isn't just gossip. This is documented deception. And trust us, we'll be here when the next name drops.